Good morning. Hey, it's the Lock Doc coming back to you. All right, so here we are. This lock in front of us is a Securitech PB Centurion lock. As you can see, it is massive. I'd be willing to bet this thing's over 2 feet in length. I'd say it's probably easily 30 inches from there to there. Okay, so up here you have push buttons, obviously. This cylinder right here pretty much locks out this function, so after hours you can lock this out, and then down here is just pretty much keyed access in the event that supervisors want to come through. It's essentially, you got two different components. The lock up top is very similar to Kaba L1000s. They actually use the same combination chamber in here. Down here, truly, I've never taken this thing apart. I've only seen them and replaced a combination chamber once. So in today's video, we're going to be taking it all apart. The other fun thing I have to do is I have to drill out all these cylinders, rekey them, and install new cylinders back in there. So stick with me and we'll get it all figured out. Enough, I just flipped it over and we're going to take apart. Let's start with that part because that makes sense. Alright, so let's start up here. So you have three screws that pretty much hold the top portion on. Now, the interesting thing is this thing doesn't just lift off the front. There's actually a big rod that comes up through here, and that's what connects the pieces together. So it lifts out, and you got to slide it up. That's the rod I was talking about. So let's kind of put that off to the side for now. On the back side of here, you can see this is actually the L1000 combination chamber. There's been no modifications done to it or anything. You still have the same post here. Down here, underneath this plate, is the clutching assembly. This piece right here is just the key override, and that pretty much just prevents this handle from moving. So a good combination. Let's see. Oop, it's locked out, so it's not going to do anything. So flip that over. Alright, that's reset. I can see why they're having some issues. Alright, so something's funking up there. Alright, so to take this apart, we got to do a couple things. We got to take this top piece off right here, and we got to take this arm off right there. The next part we have to take apart is this plate right here. So I feel it has something to do with the clutch assembly that's going on down here, so I'm going to start here. The reason I think that is because when I pushed the buttons, there was all kind of like a positive clicking noise. So that typically tells me the chamber is working as it is intended. So we'll remove these two screws. This part lifts up. Very interesting. Alright, now this piece. Oh, we got to get that off. To get this piece off, I'm not sure of the official name of it, but it's just held on there by friction. It's not in any slotted grooves or anything, so you can just kind of twist your flathead screwdriver and you'll eventually get it to kind of pry up a little bit. There we go. It's starting to move its way up. Alright, so clutch assembly lifts up. Everything looks alright there. Alright, well, don't know what to think there. Nothing's broke. See, right now, it should have like a clutching feature where it allows it to go down, but it's not. Alright, so we're going to reset the combination. Alright, that's a tiny screw. Anyways. Alright, so very similar in design. That's what pushes down the rocker arm that's located back there. Alright, so ooh, see, this one's an old one. Alright, so yep, combination chamber works. Alright, everything still looks good. Alright. So let's expose the gates over here and see what we got. Alright, so he told me the combination was 142. So 1. Nope, that's not it. 1 3. It's 132 for this one. Okay, so let's switch it. 1 4 2. Alright, so 1 4 2. All line up, so we're good to go there. Alright, so this piece we want to kind of bend back together. Alright, so now let's see how it acts when I put in the right combination. One sec, be right back. Go. Alright, so when you put in the correct combination, 1 4 2, that's a correct combination. Bad combination doesn't do anything. That's actually kind of skipping. Alright, so let's put these kind of pieces back in here. Now this one's kind of tricky because you can see there's a descending slope right here. And it has to go in back there. You can kind of see the rocker arm right there. So the trick is you have to put it over here to the side and twist it up and into position. Alright, so let's try again. 1 4 2. See, it doesn't do anything otherwise. Alright, so top half I'd say is functionally good. Alright, let's see what the bottom half has to yield. I've never seen the inside of one of these, so I'm kind of curious. Alright, so take that screw out. So this piece lifts up and off. Alright, so here on the inside, looks like this piece is held on by these two retaining rings right here. This one's kind of wonky. Sometimes these rings are kind of tricky. You gotta do a 2-motion kind of thing. Alright, so and this whole piece lifts up and out. Alright, so on the inside, very simple. Alright, so this is the locking out feature. Ah, okay, that's interesting how it works. So you can unlock it. Oh, okay, so it's like a one-time unlock thing. That pushes it down. Do that. Now it's locked again. Very cool. Never seen one of those working before. But you can see why this is what they said. This is the supervisor ring, or the supervisor cylinder. And so is the other one, but they can use it. They can bypass the coded aspect. Go through. Bam. See, the tailpiece on here comes down, punches that down, which gives it kind of this one-time locking feature or unlocking feature. They go through the door, and it automatically locks. Very cool. Well, I can say looking at this, I don't see anything wrong with it. So let's put it all back together now. That there, goes there.